It is September the 8th, 2021. I'm Andy, and this is the Minorcan Mullet Report from the Golden Ray Rec Site in the St. Simons Sound. And today we had special visitors aboard the Minorcan Mullet. We had a news crew out of Jacksonville, and as well as the Altamaha Riverkeeper on board, because today was a celebration day. Yeah, it's the second anniversary of the capsizing, rollover, loss of control, ballast problem. Not sure exactly yet, but we know gravity was involved in the accident with the Golden Ray. So, 2 years has led us to this. And here we are, kind of taking a look at the site. They had the Golden Ray Section 5 up a little higher than we saw it yesterday. It looked like maybe they've gotten most of the cars off that they were going to get off. We got a little video coming up of almost catching them transferring some of the cars. They just finished as we pulled up. But here we go. We're looking at the wreck site, looking at things going on there, and wondering now where this section is going and what vessel it's going to be put on. It's going to be put on the dry dock or the Julie B. Now, from what we've been told, the Julie B is in town to receive Section 4. That's the section that's still down in the water that hasn't been strapped up. The last section, that section was going on to the Julie B. We know that there's a dry dock in the Port of Brunswick that has had a bit of a cradle constructed for this section. The question we got is it just one section that's going on to the Julie B, or will there be another section? You know, the barges, barge is as big as a football field. We think it would comfortably take two of these sections. So, yeah, we're very curious now to see what's going to happen. This is going to be the last, I guess, little surprise that happens with the site and how they're going to juggle these sections around and what's going to happen with them. Are they going back to Louisiana? Are they going to be disassembled here? We're just going to have to wait and see. Well, the fleet of environmental boats were back out on site. Saw just a little bit of sheening again today on the water, which is a good thing. It's what we've come to expect from this wreck site, from this operation, is a little bit of the sheening. We're seeing there, we still have not seen the heavier oil on this cut like we saw in the previous cut. So that's good news. But the crews were out monitoring the site, picking up debris. We actually got a picture here of one of the boats. We could see them. They had their dip nets out. They were working the site pretty hard, grabbing whatever bits and pieces of car or ship that were coming by, that were floating by on top of the water. They were able to see. So guys were working the site pretty hard, trying to keep everything picked up and cleaned up. Now, while we were doing a little video with the news group, I looked across the sound and we could see the Guildry tug was over with the Cheetah and the Caitlin, and they had the barges where they had been taking cars off the section, and we could see cars in the claw from across the sound. And so we made a dash over there to try to get you guys some of this video, and wouldn't you know it, as we were pulling up, they were completing their task of transferring these cars from the one barge over into the hopper barge, and really all we got was them setting the claw back down on the deck of the crane barge. But we got a couple of pictures here, some of the debris, kind of zoomed in a little bit so you guys can at least get a little bit of the glimmer of what's been coming off of the ship. We'll hope to have some more of this maybe over at the port. We can get the drone up over there and hopefully be able to get you guys a little better video of what's going on in there. But they're working the site now. These from yesterday, we saw the Blue Grapple pulling cars off the section, and they were going onto the barge here, and they were transferring these pieces over onto the other barge. We may see some more of this activity. They still have the section 4 to do the end that was just cut. They haven't gotten those cars off, so we're pretty sure that they're going to be returning to work on that section. So hopefully we'll get to see some more of that before the removal option or operation is completed. But here we got a couple shots here, just some of the debris, and this is just what we could see over the barge. And you know, from what we've seen with the drone footage that we've seen in the past, this is piled up. This stuff's piled up pretty deep in the barge. So we know that they've got quite a few vehicles and debris in there. Could be some deck pieces as well in there. We've seen some of those come off as well. So yeah, things are kind of moving along well as we are trying to get the process wrapped up. Now I got something here special I want to show you guys. You know, I've seen some people that maybe aren't just really happy with some of the photography or the video, and you know, I had the point of view camera up today, and I thought I would just kind of share with you guys kind of a little bit of what it's like trying to drive the boat, run the video camera, and shoot stills at the same time. And so I just kind of wanted to share a little bit of this with you guys of what it can be like. We're in here as tight as we can get into the 200-yard safety zone that's been imposed by the Coast Guard outside of the environmental barrier. And we try to get in there as close as we can and to be able to bring these images to you guys. And just sometimes, and mind you, today was a docile day. You can tell by the water there. It was a pretty smooth day out on the Sound, one of those special days. And this was actually the easy day. But you can see if I had 2 more hands and maybe another arm, it wouldn't necessarily have to have a hand on that arm. I could help steer with that one. It gets kind of crazy sometimes trying to juggle all this stuff. So I hope you guys understand sometimes the images we get out aren't the best. Maybe the shot wasn't quite what you were expecting. It does have its challenges.
Hey, Minorca Navy, Captain Andy coming to you from the Minorca Mullet. Well, it's obvious we're getting close. The Julie B is in town, and we're really not sure how that's going to play in to the removal. We know that Section 4 is scheduled to go on to the Julie B after Section 5 is put on a dry dock. So we're going to wait and see. We really appreciate you guys kind of hanging out with us and watching the saga of removal of the Golden Ray from the St. Simon Sound. I want you to know how much we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, we want to ask you, if you like what you're seeing, hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up as well. Keep the comments coming. And most of all, we want you guys to stay safe out there.